Well, good morning, Obed. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Congratulations on the 2026 Genesis Era Award for Entrepreneurship with the Better Business Bureau. Tell me a little bit about how you got started in business.
Yeah, so back in 2018, I had finished my first semester in college. I was actually going for criminal justice. And then I got introduced to a job because I was leaving my previous job. And I landed in a solar job. And ever since, I had developed a really good passion for renewable energy and just the impact that it makes in people's lives. And I've stuck to it ever since.
That's fantastic. So what were kind of some of the challenges you initially had as a young business?
Yeah, so, back when I started in 2018, I got experience, and then in 2020, I launched Sunforce Solar. One of the many challenges is being able to get lending partners for people to be able to finance their solar systems, just because has been a lot of companies that go out of business, and it's left a lot of, toll on the capital markets for solar, so therefore they got very strict in underwriting. That was honestly the biggest challenging because 70-80% of people that go solar typically finance it. So that was the challenge.
What was one of the reasons that you decided to become a member of the Better Business Bureau?
Yeah, I've always known of the BBB. That's a question that we would get from all the homeowners we were doing consultations with at their homes. It's like, is your company on the BBB? That way I can look up your company. And that's the main reason, just due to credibility and be able to have a brand where not only can customers make good reviews, but if there's a complaint, we can actually resolve it through, knowing that a homeowner submitted a complaint with the BBB.
What is maybe one thing that's most misunderstood about solar energy?
Yeah, one of the couple biggest things misunderstood of solar energy is that, one, it's going to eliminate your bill, right? That people sometimes have been fed this misconception of homeowners, like a lot of salespeople have done it to homeowners, where they think they're going to get solar, their bill's going to go away 100%. That all depends off of homeowners' consumption. Sometimes homeowners' consumption increases the following year. Nowadays, with EVs coming around, they start getting an EV. Solar wasn't designed for that amount of load. Mm-hmm. So that is one of the biggest misconceptions I would say I hear in solar.
Well, and when you think about how your business has grown over time, what are some of the challenges that you're currently facing?
Right now, the challenge in the entire industry, but for us, it's actually been better than we thought it was going to be this year, is the tax credit going away last year.
Oh, yeah.
That went away, the 30%. It went away for homeowners buying solar. Now, the good thing, it's stayed for companies that lease the solar systems, which could make sense for some people. It doesn't make sense for all of them. But that was the biggest challenge that we've had. But we've adjusted. We've partnered with new manufacturers to be able to offer a good product and also take a substantial price cut so we can make it make sense for homeowners, even without the federal credit.
So how much has trust and integrity played a role in the development and growth of your business?
It's everything. It's everything just due to the fact that, there's been a lot of bad actors in solar. Yeah. And therefore, the trust in Sunforce Solar has had to be built very strongly so people can actually trust us when, we're going to their home to do an appointment or we're going to do their installation. And the BBB has done just that.
So within your team, how do you share your values and your mission of trust and integrity within your team?
Yeah, I always tell everybody, you're going to run into homeowners that use, quote a solar system to at the grocery store. The best thing you want to do is just keep your word. I train people very well to know how to quote a solar system, know exactly the way the solar works on the back end. Just because that was one of the biggest issues in the past, is that people were, quoting solar systems, selling solar, and they didn't really know how it works on the back end.
Right.
They didn't even know what a kilowatt hour is.
Right.
And I trained the team with integrity very well with that. Just so not only are they a salesperson, but they're actually an energy expert. So they're able to, and qualified to be able to size systems accurately.
So Obed, what's your service area?
Surface area. So right now we're in New Mexico, Colorado, Texas, and we're about to launch in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
So we have a huge, pretty substantial coverage map. And the reason being, we like to stay around these states that are the sunniest,
right,
where it makes financial sense, because in a state like Pennsylvania, over there's not a lot of sun hours, so you're having to put a lot more panels to get the same amount of production that you're going to get here in New Mexico.
So how have you found the difference in dealing with, say, rural areas versus more urban areas?
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good question. With urban areas, there's it's a lot more of a streamlined process. With rural areas, it's a doable project. It's just that sometimes there's different jurisdictions that, they're not very familiar with solar, so we have to go through extra steps to potentially get a zoning letter or engineer letter. But the good thing is that our expertise is in that, so we make it happen.
So there's a lot of regulations around solar as well. Being in different communities such as Arizona and Colorado, how has some of the different regulations within New Mexico impacted your business?
Yeah, within New Mexico, as we started back in El Paso Electric in southern New Mexico, and we expanded to PNM, other areas in New Mexico, we learned to adapt to the codes of what New Mexico Electric Code is calling for. Now, in places like Colorado, it's a very different market just because over there, there's the electrical license is issued and the business license is issued at the county city level. So like all different city and counties is a completely different process.
Jeez.
So it kind of makes our job harder, but the good thing is that, we find a solution for it.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you being a member of the Better Business Bureau, and look forward to celebrating with you on July 23rd at our annual meeting. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you.